fried turkey, McFlurry, cacciatore, chimichurri, emona, spiral ham, raspberry jam, raglan, misia, pokies, smokies, gnocchis, and them banging raviolis. Or your local favorites, delivered DoorDash, every flavor welcome.
Seeing the intro really reminded me about how much I haven't practiced pole stratting cola trucks and how I really should have done that.
Well, anyways, welcome to the Pet Bracket semifinals match. Neonic versus Luke runs. Neonic on 180 FPS, Luke on 60 FPS. A 131.41 compared to a 139.54. 46th place from Neonic, a number I do enjoy, compared to 87th on the speedrun boards. Playing for a spot in the finals of the Pet Bracket 2021. Both runners ready?
I need to go to the menu. I've been
Got it.
practicing. Wait, actually, give me 1 second. I'm still on the save states launcher.
Got it.
I'm not trying to have save states on. I also had. Oh god, no! I had everything on. Lucky I caught that. I would have had starting coins and unlock all mission.
Yeah.
Would have been a disaster. It's gonna restart the autosfiller as well.
Okay.
I just want to make sure the autosplit is working. Let me just load up tutorial save.
Got it.
Alrighty, we good. Ready to go.
Okay. Begin racing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go! GLGL.
Good luck. Have fun. Good, my mic. Muted.
Neonic's still in the call. Let's go.
Wait, I am.
Hi, Mikey.
Hello.
They're just starting Cola Caper.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I
You're
was
good.
doing and forgot for a second.
All good.
Open the stream. Yeah. So, hi everyone. Sorry for being a little late. Open the chat.
So Neonic went for Bush Strat and missed it. Had to reset the card. Gonna lose plenty of time. But already have neighbors. Got the Wasp as well.
Okay, that wasn't intended. Nice. Okay, there we go. So, who do you think is gonna win?
Personally, I think Neonic's gonna win. Neonic's been playing a lot recently, making a lot of PBs, some good
Yeah.
pace.
He also said that he was practicing 7-2 eat, so hopefully we'll see that.
7-2 Yeet.
Yep.
I know he was practicing 7-6, but 7-2. Interesting.
I think he said 7-2. Let me check. Uh,
Before stream, he was practicing 7-6 since he missed it in PB.
oh, yeah, but he also said he's been grinding 7-2 eat, so
Ah. Well, hopefully we see that.
yep. I mean, I haven't seen many of either of their runs, so can't really judge. But I think Neonic also has a better PB than Luke.
Neonic has a 131 compared to Luke's 139. So 8-minute difference about.
Yeah, that's quite sizable difference there, but we had races where the underdog squashed it, so you never know.
Definitely. So Neonic's picking up the inhaler at 46, and Luke's picking up at 47 at 3:47 on the split timer. And Neonic already got neighbors, so Neonic already caught up the lead despite messing up Bushra and having to reset the car back to the road.
Oh, and Luke didn't go for a boost ride at all, it seems. I missed that part, so yeah, but
Moving on to Office Space. One of the early missions where if you miss the strat and you miss the backup hit, you can lose a lot of seconds adding up.
yeah, it's like the first kinda I'd say hard mission to like get fast. It's not that hard, but you know, the first few are like a tutorial basically.
So Neonic grabbed ESS and then gonna restart mission to get the Plow King. And Luke's heading for a traffic car, gonna pick up this Ute or pickup truck.
To be honest, when I was doing traffic car, I was always going for the minivan because I couldn't get it with any other car. But supposedly it should be like faster with the one Luke got. Not sure how you say that.
It's the Ute or just the pickup truck. Neonic
Yeah.
gets this strat.
Pog, you'll have to see it. Let's see how Luke does.
Oh, that's not a good first hit.
It's not gonna get the strat. Hopefully can get the backup on the fence at least.
Right here, just slamming into this wall, maybe catching a pixel. But traffic interrupting, making Smithers go more to the left.
Not good.
Only half damage up here. Not good. I feel like I prefer the Ute in the Office Space, because I still do traffic car. But I can do either.
Yeah, I haven't done runs in a while, but I started doing plowing because I don't know. It's like I find it better when you get used to it. I think it's like faster anyway, so the sooner you get used to it, the better.
So Neonic's starting the cutscene as Luke starts blind Big Brother.
Yeah, that's. I was going to say earlier that there's not like a very big difference between them, even though it's just Homer 1, but it's got bigger. Mostly thanks to Smithers.
Also, being on higher FPS, Homer 1s are going to be faster for Neonic as little bumps in the ground give your car higher speed boosts the higher FPS you are. So that's something to take note.
Yeah, I think that's why plowing is like faster for Smithers, because you can get the boosts on the bumps, I think.
Yep.
But
And also, it's possible to destroy Smithers in 2 hits, quite literally.
Luke warping to the wrong mission. But also, I've noticed that Neonic is playing on 180. I don't really see people playing on, like, it's either 150 or 200. Interesting to see 180.
I believe 180 is actually getting used more and more. I believe Quimby is using 180 right now. Cricket Bomers has a PB on the boards with 180 right now. Got like 3 weeks ago. Definitely becoming a more popular FPS choice.
Yeah, I mean, is there like between 180 and 200, like a big difference, except for cutscene skips being easier?
It's like a
Like,
good mix in between both. I believe.
Liquid started. Doesn't Liquid
Yeah,
play on 200 though?
I'm not sure.
I mean, I think he did the last time I checked. Well, anyway, Neonic got the, what do you call it? The Wheel of Fortune. We were kind of in the middle of talking, so I didn't want to interrupt, but that was interesting. The Gamdin Wheel of Fortune, I think it's called.
Yep.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I've started playing on 100, tried switching to 150, but couldn't get used to it, so I just returned to 100. Because, I don't know, eventually I'll probably have to switch, but I mean, there's Vapo who plays on 60 and is like a top runner, so not like it's that necessary, but still. 160.
Completing different missions at the same time.
Yeah, that's a thing. Oh, just noticed Luke is actually quite far behind. So Neonic is gonna be leaving Home Run in a bit. Luke's just doing Bone Storm. Yeah, I mean, we are talking about FPS metas and whatnot, but then there's Stone Dog who plays on like 46 or something.
Ah, yes, I love 46. It's so good.
It's like such a random number, but I mean, you do you.
I enjoy it heavily. So Neonic exiting Homer 1 with a 1135. Maybe 1136. Looking like Luke might be a minute behind. Very nice sports car spawn for Neonic. Just right there, boom. Luke does have about 30 more coins than Neonic.
Neonic having a bit of trouble going through the car wash, but should be fine.
Did
There we
Neonic
go.
just get a wasp through the car wash?
Not sure, didn't notice, but I mean, I get it there sometimes, so maybe.
Here, I can check back. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Yeah, Neok got the freebie at the end of car wash.
Hmm.
Way off to the left of the car. Probably was not going for that. Yeah, the wasp is gone. So keeping in
Yeah.
mind that the wasp is already gone.
Yeah, I mean, that's. But I think it can like screw with other freebies or not. I'm not really too accustomed to this stuff, so I don't know much. But I don't know if that's like cool or it's gonna screw with other freebies.
I think it is because typically you get both of the freebies during Vox. The one at the Krusty Burger and then the hospital one. And then the rest you get on foot during, was it Better Than Beef? Or possibly, if going for the gazebo route, you do something different. But typically you just get that one on foot when the van is driving around the car wash. So grabbing it with your car, hitting it with your car loses a collision. So only one more
Yeah.
left. So out of Homer 1 times 1136 compared to a 1253. Over a minute of difference just from the first level.
Yeah, but as you said, it's just the first level, so it can still turn around.
Neok also missing that vend against the monorail building. Barely missing it.
I think Neonic missed the wasp there as well.
That traffic sedan just parked there. Can be really, really difficult to get that wasp sometimes.
Yeah, hopefully. It should be fine. Was like a little too close for comfort with the nerd car, but seems quite far away now.
I think Neok also just missed that wasp.
Yeah, I think he's going for a sports car, even though he got 2 taxis already. And there's a sports car, so
Yeah, Neok missed that wasp. So Neok's only gotten one wasp. So still technically has
how
one collision.
many did Luke get? Or like, did Luke get the car wash one already?
I was not paying attention, but we'll find out during Vox if Luke gets both wasps. That's gonna be a taxi in the way for Neonic's dirt jump.
Darn taxis.
I was
I
gonna.
can see
It
why
went
people
to the
hate
right.
them now. Yeah, he was. Seemed like he was going for dirt jump, but got noped by a taxi.
Yep, Luke just following along. And then gonna grab this wasp on foot. So I think collision is over, if I am correct. But I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, but
For sure, even if you get on foot, it gets rid of the collision. Maybe not. I am not that great when it comes to wasp.
yeah, there's like a lot going on behind
Ooh.
the stuff with wasps.
Neon played that pretty well. So Snake just decided to turn left instantly, which sometimes can happen, and that just sucks. One more hit away from hit and run. Yeah, I guess. Very easy area not to get it. Pretty decent sports car for Luke. Maybe a little better than Neonics. Luca was lining for dirt jump, but the van went to the left.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, is it even worth it going for dirt jump at his level? Not sure what his current PB is, but I don't think it's really worth the risk at that point, because it can get stuck there and screw with you.
Definitely. I
Like-
don't even do dirt jump ever.
Yeah, me neither. I have like 136 or something currently.
Yeah, it only saves 5 seconds compared to it driving around.
Yeah, that's like, but only worth it at like top level, I'd say. Unless you get used to it, then you know, you do you.
Unless Wiggum goes flying. Luke just launches Wiggum across the street with hitting Wiggum in the sports car. Gonna hit Wiggum again, just bringing up that hit run meter.
Yeah, it doesn't really help him at that point. So Neonic should be fine, but I think he got screwed a little by, not sure if it was traffic or something, but
Snake was just
Yeah.
chilling in the car. What is happening? Also, Neonic did make menu warp before entering this mission.
okay.
Gonna wait for that train to go. Oh, that looked cool. Looks like a cool bounce off the railing. But it kept turning the car. It turned the car to the left.
Let's see how Apple Escape goes for Neonic.
Neonic might go for Gazebo here. But maybe it's just an early main menu warp. Let's find out. That's a Gazebo lineup if I've ever seen one.
Yeah,
Boom.
gets it.
Easy.
Nice. I remember I've been like menu warping there for a long time and not doing a gazebo. I didn't realize that you actually menu warp to get the gazebo. So I started doing it after that.
Did you main menu warp both times at the end of Barton Frink and Better Than Beef?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it works like if you do it like after Barton Frink and carry it on and don't do anything in Better Than Beef, it would still work. But if you did it twice, there's no point.
Yeah, I was just like, I got a route and I was doing it. I didn't really think about like, the wasp stuff and whatnot.
Mhm.
So nah, I think Neonic's a pretty far off PB pace. Timer
And
was
keep in mind in Neonic's PB, NAF does inbounds for 7677. So that is all the times. That is a lot of time save there. Barely missing that 7th monkey by the fountain.
he pace in part 1 OMG. Yeah,
Ooh,
but
Luke gets hit and run here. Right before the escape. This might be a problem. Turning around the corner of the Krusty Burger.
hopefully doesn't
Where you
get
find a lot of
busted.
issues.
Doesn't really help his coins at the moment. I've learned to never be attached. Yeah, like, yeah, I can see
Oh
why
my
it will be.
goodness. I can't believe Luke did not escape. That bar was just not even anything. Wow, that's unfortunate. At least they didn't get busted yet. The cop car is still by the fountain area. There you go. Like, there is no bar. It should disappear soon. Oh no.
Yeah,
Yes, let's go.
nice.
That was
So
very
Neonic
close.
timer's already red, so yeah, I mean, it's just part 1, but still, I'm not entirely sure we are gonna see a PB today. At
Mhm.
least from Neonic.
definitely gotta keep in mind that Neonic's been practicing, I guess, both 7.2 and 7.6 Yeet, but 7.6 is gonna help a lot comparing against PB if we're talking about PB.
Yeah, but I mean, would be cool to see 7.2, but like if he doesn't feel like it when he gets there, then all good. Like I wouldn't risk it, to be honest, if I just learned it to do it in a race straight away.
So sellouts. The last race, Neonic had a really bad second car. Like, could not get the final hit around. Did an entire loop and kept driving. Neonic really struggled with sellouts last time. Let's see if Neonic's gonna improve here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a massive hit. Look at that. That's a
Nice.
3 hit.
Whoa, okay.
Huge.
That works.
That is fast. Catching on that pole and then back. Oh, that didn't work. But there you go.
Okay.
A little awkward.
But nice
hit.
damage on the last car. Traffic
Gonna-
gets in the way.
Gonna grab this vend. And one more hit, it looks like. This area can be a little tough with the traffic.
Yeah, hopefully.
Oh no,
Oh,
that's not how you deal with it. So, yeah, like that. Hit from the side, boom.
I
Not
mean,
terrible.
Decent, but the last car kind of screwed him. Or more like the traffic around it.
Mhm.
By the way, if there's like someone who doesn't know, then Neonix, the one on the left, not entirely sure. Like he goes by Neonic, but uses the other name, like the tourney and such.
Ooh,
And
Neonic
misses
missed
the cutscene. Sage.
Opportunity for Luke to catch up.
Yeah, I mean it's not that long of a cutscene, but
I believe it's 55 seconds. So basically, almost a minute.
yeah, but Luke is just ending monkeys.
Mm-hmm.
So unless he gets a really good sellouts, I don't think it will help him that much. Sub 130 over. Nah, just get 7.2 and 7.6 and you'll be fine.
Yep.
Been dead since Homer 1. Yeah, the run just started and it was already dead. Dead in cover caper.
Yeah, struggled with that turn. Hit the side, it looked like.
Okay. Can he save it?
That's one hit. And then the traffic car slowed it down. Let's go.
Nice, okay. I mean,
Traffic helping.
it could have been better, obviously, but not too shabby.
Ooh, gonna miss that hit though.
Not doing too great on the second car.
Boom. Very nice, getting it right before the fourth car spawns.
Okay, nice.
Is that one hit?
Should be one hit.
Looks like it.
One...
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
Oh, take it out from the side. Don't drive behind it. Yep. Boom. Just like that.
Okay, nice. But still, I mean, he got it earlier than Neonic, but according to the timer, Neonic's was still like 12 seconds better or something. Because he got like 620, I think, at the end.
Luke for cutscene skip.
Not going for ESS, but let's see if he can get the cutscene skip.
Gets
Nice. Quite a few pauses there, but still a whole mission behind those, so oof.
We'll see how the coins are. Like, I think Neonic had around 830, 840 coins entering Lisa. And Luke has 815. I think Luke has a little less coins. Only maybe by like 20-ish.
Yeah, Neonic is gonna have like 938, I think. I think the boxes give 30 coins.
They give 31. Because
Yeah.
the one extra coin for some reason.
Yeah, they ruined the nice round number, but anyway, I think he's gonna skip Krastilu with this amount of coins.
Well, let's see. I'm pretty sure Neonic does get Crustilu often. But goodness. I have no idea.
Seems like he's skipping it this time.
For some reason, I felt like Neonic got Crustilu. But then again, Neonic's been changing play style often.
When you are like over at least 900, I'd say, you should be safe skipping it. But that's just me. I'm not sure if it's like the best of things to do.
I'm not sure. Ooh, that was
close.
Quite the strat.
Not getting any traffic in the way, luckily.
Luke's gonna pick up the sports car from traffic.
Interesting. Is the sports car actually faster than Malibu, or they are like...
I think it technically loses time because of ESS. I could be wrong. I think it's like a second slow. Oh no. I don't know. I have a feeling like grabbing ESS is much more worth it. Yeah, sports car is slower. Probably about like a second or something. Because the ESS is worth it.
Yeah. That's... Like, I think people use sports car there in Hando, but I don't really see it that like viable in ASM, but interesting choice.
Yes, Luke's gonna grab this wasp on the beach. Fair enough with the sports car. Because of no animation getting out.
Bacon isn't here to verify.
And Neonic's over the rocks and gets Camp Krusty coins. Gonna talk to Otto.
Let's see. I wonder if Luke's gonna go for... These coins seem good, but maybe he's gonna want to play it safe and get Krastilu anyway. And it seems like he's going for it, yeah. The parking, not too great, but... This Neonix for sub 130. Yeah, I mean... he gets some coins.
1,080. Very, very well going. Playing it safe. Also, has hit and run, so we're gonna have to be careful for this cop car spawning in front.
Yeah, probably like thanks to the parking, he didn't want to risk getting too much coins and not being able to finish the mission, so just got some and dipped.
Gonna kick a millhouse, unfortunate, towards the end too. Oh! That was quite the launch from that second chase to the end for Neonic.
Still got it stuck there though, so...
Almost got the arm shred. That turned... Yeah, Cletus turned too much there. Luke's gonna restart, that's... not great.
Fortunate. Not the greatest final sedan from Neonic, but should work.
And there's just some random person flying in the back. Let's go. Nice and slowly, Luke gets the strat now.
Neonic waited for the... Maybe he could have just got the car and drove, like, reset near the casino, got there faster, before, like, the car destroyed itself, instead of waiting for the warp, but fair enough.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Cleese is gonna start... Only backed up once.
Yeah, I mean, when you are right behind him, it shouldn't be really easy for him to escape at that point anyway, but yeah, I can be annoying.
I've been having issues where Cleese just keeps reversing. It's because I'm not directly parallel perfect behind Cletus, and it's annoying. Is that a little bit too early for Neonic?
Yeah, I think he needs to get just
a little bit further.
Little bit further. There
you
we go.
go.
That's it. Yeah, but speaking of bonfire, it's really annoying on console actually, because when you are trying to block Cletus, he literally drives over you sometimes. Not sure if you had that.
Oh yeah.
It's like really annoying.
When I used to play on 36, it was like one of my least favorite missions in the game because you couldn't slowly push him because he just drive through you.
Yeah. Had it on like PS2 and Xbox.
PS2 would be worse because I think PS2 is 25 FPS, maybe 30.
Yeah, 25 for me. I would know since I hold the prestigious PS2 world record in this category that literally everyone cares about.
Oh, let's go. So you were the one everyone was talking about.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, the new PS2 world record. Nice tree strat from Luke, just tucked into that corner. I remember when I was the 99% NLR console world record holder. It was for like 28 hours. It was great.
Yeah, I mean, getting the like overall console ASM VR would be quite the ask, considering Bacon has it with like, what is it? I think he has 120 something on Xbox.
So 129 2x?
Yeah, which is like really good for console, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I went for the PS2 one, considering no one plays the PS2 version anymore.
Mm-hmm. Bacon's console time is a 129.28. Very impressive.
Yeah, I still need to get around to doing Xbox runs, but I'm kind of on a break from playing this game at the moment, so not sure when that will be. Anyway, Luke seems to not be having a great time with
that respawn. Luke's gonna have to get back in the school bus. So
Neonic's actually going for the phone booth.
That worked a little bit. I'm like, that might not work. You need more damage. I think it's just better off, driving and getting the rest of this. Oh, there goes Smithers.
Yeah, seems like Luke actually did what I was. But yeah, I think he drove like further, so yeah, it was better for him to drive all the way there.
Okay, now Neonic's gonna be going for a boat jump. Boom, easy.
It nice.
Luke's quite a bit behind Snake right now.
Quite far behind. I don't think he's gonna get the manip.
So 622.
Okay, nice. he got like almost the earliest drop you can get.
6, 2, 1 coins.
I mean, Luke didn't get the manipulation, but he was. I think what like helped him was being quite far behind Snake, so he didn't go that fast. But that's just a guess.
Mhm.
Okay, let's see how Donut Truck goes for Neonic. Oh, doesn't seem to.
Gonna be parking in the road, and just getting the
Right.
drops like this.
He's just going to go for this backup.
Which is completely fine.
Yeah, but like I kind of found that, you know, when you miss the strat here, it's also like you can push him on the turn to like, so he doesn't go left but straight into the house. I'm not sure if you know what I mean, like right behind Neonic.
Yeah.
It's like seems like a good backup when I miss the donut fire.
Oh yeah, and then Neon grabs the vent here before warping the 4-2. Which is quite interesting. Can we get a CPS check on that carbon for Luke during fishy deals?
We're getting a car bomb there, interesting.
Yeah, I was about to say Cletus was awfully off to the right, but backs up and makes it to the barn second try, which is not bad. Absolutely sucks when Cletus just doesn't understand how to get out of the bush or goes around.
Let me just quickly wait. What happened? Just gonna write my name as a commentator on this race because I didn't do that yet. Okay, there we go. I started typing and like DJ Lampton appeared there for some reason. Not sure why, but yeah.
Okay, Luke with the school bus strat. Not gonna quite get there, but that's a lot of damage. Oh,
That's a lot of damage. Remind me of that meme. Hopefully he gets it.
That works.
Should be okay. Nice. Okay, but quite the difference between them at the moment, because Neonic's already doing 7. Wait, that's 7-2, I think. 7. Why am I saying? I mean 4. What the? Yeah, I was not sure why I was thinking.
In the
7.
zombie car, let's go.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
Luke falls.
It's night as well. That got me confused.
Yeah, same map. At night.
Yeah, literally same. Halloween and all.
Same exact thing.
And now
So
I'm used to talking about missions from, like, 7 something. That's why I automatically say 7 when talking about the mission.
So Luke entered Marge with like 80 more coins than Neonic.
Neonic.
And Neonic's gonna make it warp here to get more
Yeah.
wasp clip.
Because he forgot to menu warp before, so he did after warping to the mission.
Wait, he warped here and then made menu warp?
Yeah, he paused on the transition and menu warped. I think he realized that after warping that he should do that.
Let's see how Luke's donut truck goes. Ooh.
Almost. I mean, he could technically still get it, but I think
That'd
he's
be
just gonna go for this backup.
Whoa! That traffic car absolutely turned.
Okay, yeah,
And the traffic car is just gonna block it from there.
that's not good. Doesn't even get a chance to like push it into the alley there. That's sad, but there's plenty of drops already, so don't drive that far away.
Not terrible game by the Krusty Burger. Very easily, if you aren't trying to stop it, you can go past the school.
Yeah, like I have plenty of times where it goes like all the way over the bridge.
I think in one of Tilbert's PBs, it was just in Stonecutters, which was really impressive.
Jesus Christ, that's like I don't think I've seen it that far ever since I played the game casually, maybe as a kid.
Maybe it was outside, but I remember Tilbert just having an absolutely terrible 4-1 time.
And
in that PB.
that was like a PB, yeah?
Yeah.
Jesus. I mean, but it's kind of cool getting a PB with such a meme in it, because then you know you have technically 3 times save.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Neonic doing the most eventful mission of the run.
Of course.
Hopefully he doesn't lose the race.
I love Return of the Nearly Dead. It's a good mission.
Return of the Nearly Dead run. And he didn't lose. That was really close, that race.
Now on to a boring split wolves. We want more split.
There's nothing like serious happening. Only 2 cycle is a possibility. Not anything special. Just losing about 2 minutes.
Is it really 2 minutes?
I think something like that.
That's a lot of time.
Yeah,
I
mean,
got 2 cycled recently. I think
haven't
it was
got
like
a 2 cycle
40.
in a while, but
I do have the world record for Return of the Nearly Dead. It's a fun one.
yeah. So
Because you just go full speed bush strat, head strat. It's fun.
So I see we both hold really prestigious world records in this video game.
Of course. Luke, you're gonna need to buy the inmate costume. What is happening?
Oh wait, did he forget he needs 10? Whoa.
That was interesting.
I mean, forgetting to buy a costume is still better than buying the wrong one, but
Sure.
I mean, I'm totally not referencing anything or anyone or a particular race where someone DNF'd because buying the wrong outfit in Apu.
Yeah, I definitely have no idea what you're speaking about. Well, no 2 cycle from Neonic, so that saves time.
Yeah, that definitely saves time when you haven't had it in your PB. I think I remember I got a PB with a 2 cycle once, but my time was pretty bad at that time, so it wasn't that hard. It was like was cool because I knew I had about 2 minutes or something of time saved there, so didn't have to stress about losing time until that mission. Anyway, Neonix going into crop circle soon.
Let's go! Funny cutscene.
Yeah. So everyone posts the funny emote.
Funny emo.
Yeah, catch up. We are a bit further in the game now, but I mean, a funny emote.
Let's go. Neonic says sub 130 technically alive. Let's get it. Just go fast. You can do it.
So technically alive if I get basically everything perfectly. Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Yeah, just do it. Just play the game well, and you'll get it.
Yeah, just go fast for it.
Just don't make mistakes. What are you doing?
Give the controller to the... Yeah, just get a wireless controller and fly it over to Australia. Unless you live there.
I believe Neonic represents Australia.
Yeah, so that's even better. You can just
Even better. Time
send
save.
a package to Liquid and have him finish the run.
That's free time save. Oh. Oh yeah, you have to wait until after. Like it, the animation switch to enter the Cletus truck.
Also, Neonic getting the... Did he really
Flanders.
need the Flanders coins?
I think Neonic did that last race, too.
Fair
Neonic is
enough.
an active Flanders achiever.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably getting ready for accidentally buying the wrong outfit. I mean, what?
What?
Yeah, I don't know. Just came to my mind. Was thinking of different racer.
Uh-oh. Oh no! No, Luke! No, no!
Oh
Please,
no.
you made the turn.
Um.
No!
Okay, I haven't seen that one in a while. Whoa.
Oh no! That is literally... Wow.
Jesus. I mean, it's all a meme until it actually happens.
Wow. So the police car normally just launches off this ramp as it's trying to make this turn, but the police car made the turn and it's programmed to take this shortcut. Wow.
Yeah, Jesus,
That's
that
so
was...
rare.
He nearly won, but I think hitting the light post there screwed him.
Wow. You don't see that often.
Yeah, like, I don't think I've maybe I've seen like one or two, but definitely not this tourney.
Well, now it gets the Mr. Plow Jacket card. Let's go. Cosmetic.
The meme jacket. We're getting meme after meme in this race. Luke cutting it a little close on getting to the playground, literally last second remaining.
Oh, kicking Nelson.
I was like, I think I was talking about something, and I heard you start panicking. You know what was going on, and then I noticed Vigam flying over on Luke's screen. Immediately knew what's going on.
Okay,
That was
Neonic onto
exciting. Doesn't really get the back up there.
A little awkward. That should be one hit.
Here, there we go. Okay, not too optimal, but works. I usually use the tree there as a backup, which is like really slow, but it works. So, I mean, as long as it works. Luke hopefully won't get a 2-cycle. Probably wouldn't help after the previous mission.
That's not gonna help. Okay. See how Coltra goes. That's to be too late. I know. Oh, that's still a decent amount of damage. In Neonic's last race, it went past the stairway into the side. So Neonic wanted to play it safe, but pushed it too late this time.
Yeah, but I mean, if it goes like past the thing, you can still destroy it there pretty effectively, I'd say. It's not like too fast,
Oh my!
but
These chess pieces are not allowing it to destroy. Like it blocked it twice from being that final hit.
yeah, I mean, at least it didn't go past the third track like I had in one of my races. It was like probably the worst tracks I've ever seen, like anyone. Anyway, Neonic getting the third track on the tree.
Definitely a little slow and not gonna get this last hit.
Yeah, but there
Hits
we
it
go.
here. What's happening on Luke's screen? Just sat there for a couple seconds.
Yeah, maybe IRL stuff
Don't know
or
what.
something.
It was just a couple seconds, like 3 or something. Hand run was flashing, maybe. I don't know, slowing it down.
Yeah,
But
maybe.
Luke is entering the cutscene. Let's go.
Wait, is he? I only just saw him enter the cutscene. I'm watching the Discord stream, so it shouldn't be behind, but
I am too.
yeah, because like you said, he's in the cutscene, but he was just going to enter the cutscene for me, so wasn't sure if you are just saying that a
No,
bit early or.
I said it a bit early, yeah. So 54, 40, set 5, 46 for Neonic.
Are we sure sub 130 is still alive for Neonic?
I think the average Apu time is a 52, if I remember. Gonna need some really insane endgame here. As Neonic said.
Yeah, okay. A little dangerous placement of the cursor on Luke's screen. Almost had it on the exit program.
Neonic buying American
And
with 421 coins remaining after.
Neonic actually buying the outfit you need to progress the storyline this time.
Let's go. A little bit late of a dialogue skip.
I wonder, do you know how far behind Neonic at the moment? Because I think his timer's been red like ever since the start of March almost.
It's probably around 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, against PB? Well, it's 2 minutes 43 against PB, but between Neonic, maybe 4 or 5 minutes apart.
Yeah, I meant like PB.
Yeah.
I mean, he said he was practicing Omer too, so might save it there.
Mm-hmm.
We shall see. Luke getting the jacket as well. Let's go.
Let's go. And that's a little bit of a late drop.
Quite a late drop, yeah. And
It's a celebration.
also getting the animation there.
The pin pal shirt. Let's go. We get all the clothing items. Interesting. That's
Okay, Neonic
that's
getting...
not gonna do a lot of damage because it's stuck in between things for Luke.
Yeah, but I think that's like the tree I was mentioning, that like it's really slow, but works usually.
Neon
So
got the wasp at the town hall. You don't see that often.
yeah, I mean, using the longhorn to drive the stairs is really a pain. Like we could see, he had trouble getting the first box near the Siriho or whatever it's called, or like the one next to the museum.
Oh, missing the baby van shirt. And also, Neonic had 655 coins purchasing car built for Homer. So that's a lot of extra.
Quite
Flanders
a lot.
really helped there. Didn't really need Flanders.
Yeah,
Coins are
Kinda.
coins. You need them for later in the run.
yeah, he might
A
maybe
possible boss.
skip something further in the run.
Mm-hmm.
Also, seems like he didn't really get. I mean, he didn't get a strat for Baby Van, but seems like it wasn't tilted or anything. Not too much, at least.
Mm-hmm.
It can be a real pain if it is. And oh, look, barely getting like any damage in the power plant on the second truck. Can be a
Typically, you
problem.
drive behind it, and then as it slams into that wall, you just drive behind it into it, and it does so much damage.
Yeah, there's plenty of places you can get it damaged, but sometimes it can just not work out. I know that very well because it happened to me. Not just once, but he should be like 2 hits. So okay, maybe getting that vending machine wasn't the best of things he could do there.
Now it's one hit.
Yeah,
It's so cool. Look, boom,
Yeah.
and the next right next to it.
yeah, maybe.
And that looks. Wow.
Oh,
Yeah, that works.
gets
It
it,
might
nice.
get out
Okay, that's
for
a little
save.
awkward, but I mean, if anything, at least he got quite a bit of damage there, so shouldn't be that hard to finish off.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was like just mentioning like the fact that like the second track passing the third one, and it almost happened for a look. The commentator curse strikes once again.
Grabbing this wasp in the trailer park. Struggling to kick.
I mean, isn't it the one you usually get? Or not like usually, but sometimes I think in 4-2.
I think there's 2 wasp in trailer park, and that's the one in the back. But no,
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah, because
But
I
you
know you can get a freebie there, but wasn't. Okay, it just looked like he passed through the crusty glass, not even breaking it.
Oh, that's a car bomb, but
I almost said 7-2 there again, by the way. Had to think what mission it is to say it properly.
so
That's
Luke.
what not playing the game for a month does to you. Luke gets what?
Enters Apu 1 hour 2 minutes. I think what was Neonix 54 minutes.
Yeah,
So
something like that. It's quite the difference there.
8 minutes.
Yeah, something like that.
That's a car bomb, but nah. I mean, there's a car bomb on the side during a follow and collect mission. Just get it. Unless the hit and run is high, never mind.
Oh well.
Came into factor.
Luke.
And
Wait. Is that was weird. Luke was just. It kinda seemed like he's gonna just quit or something. Maybe he was considering it. Cause I don't know.
no way, Greeny will eat a shoe if Neonic sub 130s this run. Let's see this happen, Neonic. Come on, get that sub 130.
Yeah, better get that shoe ready.
Luke has 501 coins after buying American. Already enough to buy a car built for Homer.
Prepare to. Nah, he's. I think he should. Maybe
Definitely.
he should eat one already just to, prepare for the taste and all. Because like he's not gonna have a use for the other one when he eats one anyway, so might as well eat them both. Keep monorail but get Flanders. Oh yeah, I've stopped doing level times for. Yeah, I noticed that we haven't had the level time there for a while. Yeah, I mean.
Oh, that sucks. When you are, for some reason, when you jump on the car built for Homer, sometimes if you're like on the edge of it, nope, just doesn't warp you in. Kick just walks off, slowly gets into the car.
Yeah, it just takes his time.
I know during 3-7, I think Luke was on top of the school bus and then the top of the hood and then dropped off. And entering the school bus is pretty slow. And there was just a free car bomb in the way for Luke. Let's go. I can't agree that Early Neighbors is so free because I don't know how to do it and I just drive and get it. I don't know the timing.
But good monorail but skip kara.
Collect the folder. Warping back to 4-1 to get the Wasp collision back.
Nice.
Has the same effect as a main menu warp, just faster since Marge has an interior.
Yeah.
Over the.
It's funny, I think that's like literally the only case in the entire game when that's used.
Yeah, because it's not too many Wasp, Optimal Wasp, multiple Wasp in the later levels for ASM.
Yeah. Or Neonic not getting the escape and getting screwed by a traffic car doesn't help. Okay,
At least gets it over.
escaping it. But
Ooh, Luke got that Wasp too. Both the runners got the Wasp at the town hall. You don't see that often from one runner.
Yeah, let alone two.
Very similar coins at buying car built for Homer. Anyways, Neonic for the strat.
Oh, wait. What?
That works.
Should work, nice. Almost got a daily truck there, but
Hopefully my store will not be robbed more than 4 times while I am driving around today.
well.
This is why I don't like main menu warping or getting the collision back during quick cache, because I just much rather prefer getting out of the car and the wasp being still. Because if you do that, the wasps just fly everywhere, and I don't like it.
Yeah,
Look.
it's really
Baby Venture, look at that. Got all 10
annoying.
drops. Did not see.
Oh, Luke got Baby Van, nice.
That was interesting. Like, it wasn't even, like, tucked in. It was just barely on the edge by the second lion statue.
Hello, famous?
I just looked over and saw that. Completely missed it.
Oh, I better hurry. Last time I left this store, children put pornography in the Bible magazine. Starting hate children. Christmas coming.
Yeah, that does not trigger the race. Neonic. Have to go a little more in.
A race. Ah, yes.
Okay,
Racing
let's
the
go.
police car at the end of Armored Truck. That's my favorite part of the game.
It is a good section. Okay. Curious Curator. Final mission of
Yeah, I'm
Let's
really
go.
curious how this is gonna go.
Ah, let's go.
I'm sorry. I'll show
It's
myself
true.
out.
Gets the gazebo wasp because of the Marge warp from earlier. Boom!
Fog.
Nope.
Ah,
Reverse the weight there.
bad.
Not stay
I mean,
behind
but
it.
at least can he get the back up? He can, kind of. This.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Okay, that works. Really hoped he got that damage before, because otherwise the car would get out.
Gets it.
Nice.
So
Seemed like
10
he,
42 or something.
yeah, seemed like he went
Time
for
to break it
mashing the cutscene skip. I usually see people doing alt tab, so interesting. Because I think at like FPS like 180, mashing it is pretty risky. Because obviously the window to get it is smaller.
Yep.
Make them like it. Look out! Hand over you. I must admit, the smell of fresh air is much more pleasing than the odor.
Kicking snake. Okay, Luke. We've seen Luke kick a lot of NPCs.
Yeah, probably just projecting his frustrations on them. Can't blame him, to be honest.
Clean up in aisle 1.
Let's go. Car bomb. Not getting it though.
Luke's learning from the best.
How many coins does Neonic have? I know Neonic had, was it 607, 608? Entering Bart 2.
Oh,
That's
wait, okay. He did a double jump there and still got the celebration. It's a little awkward, but not that bad.
Up. Up.
Yeah, like so. I mean, it's still just bar 2, but unless something goes like really terribly wrong for Neonic, I think he probably has this at this point.
Hmm. Which is possible. I mean, Homer 2 has literally out of bounds, which could be messed up often.
Yeah, but considering how far apart they are, he has
Not
quite a
good.
few attempts, and yeah, that's not great. Not the
Luke,
best parking I've seen.
I think it's gonna fall.
Yeah, nice.
Luke would still get into it, but that could have been a little scary.
It's slowing me down.
Hits the wood on the end from Neonic.
Okay, uneventful mission for Neonic.
You grab some Vens in this mission. It's like everything you grab coins wise is a Ven. Like there is a Ven on the other side of the casino, there's one on this side. And then you have the possibility of getting the 3 Vens by the starting area.
Yeah. Funny how many wins there are. Uh,
That is a strategy from Luke that we don't see often. That was wow. Jumping
Wait,
off the left side of the ramp there to fall down and then turn around. I don't think I've ever seen that in a race. Oh, in the DMV except for talking to Snake. That sucks.
wait, wasn't really paying attention. Did Luke do like the jump you do in part 1?
Yes, but on the opposite side.
Okay, yeah. You indeed do not see that very often in Apu.
Now it's close to hand run. Level progression.
Luke doesn't go for the warp there, seems like.
Hopefully my floor will not be robbed more than 4 times while I am driving around today. This is not good for my insurance.
Getting the win
Frink,
as well.
Frink got caught on the stairs for Neonic.
Yeah. Wait, I think Neonic got like all the wins he could get in this mission?
Oh yeah.
Wait, did it?
We have some wonky driving.
Oh,
Wonky bandit.
wonky driving on armored truck.
Oh no.
Couldn't get the emo that was typing wonky.
Wonky.
Great at typing in English. Doing the OG escape.
Oh, dude.
That's so OG that I wasn't even around when it was used.
Wonky.
Yeah.
Does restarting the mission fix it? Right. Because I know just calling it in a phone booth for a regular car. I would assume restarting would just fix it, but let's see this. Oh, no way.
Okay.
That's gonna work.
That's a flex. Getting the strat with wonky driving.
That's huge. Also, Neonic getting the fast stuff truck strat. Let's go.
Struggling to get the second wasp, but didn't do the warp, so it's not flying around like it was for Neonic.
Yeah, Luke should have went the other way with how long it took to get the loss.
Yeah, but
Not as big as a hit as I think.
oh, whoa, okay. Wait,
Luke, this strat again. Let's go.
okay. Nice
That is-
grind there, by the way. You know, we were playing Simpson skateboarding again.
I think you may have missed it, but Neonic got like a super late FMJ strat, like the latest like you can push it in, and had like the push it again since it was caught on the corner, and it moves so slowly.
Replay. Oh, I will be getting a replay.
Yeah,
We
from
are
Neonic.
getting a replay apparently, and
No,
we are not getting it
This works.
anymore.
Look how
And
late this was, and look at the save, just pushing it in slowly and still getting it. Boom.
oh, whoa, okay. Yeah,
Very good.
usually expect it to just hit the the caravans at the side like straight, so you couldn't get it in anymore. Yeah, that was close.
Very good.
Nice replay, by the way. Shout outs to Ticker.
hmm Love the replays. Keep it up.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta admit the production quality, let's say, of the tourney is really high, considering it's literally a speedrunning tournament. It's not like an Olympic event or something. So
It's treated like an Olympic event. 100%. This is the Simpsons run, the video game speedrun.
yeah, I mean,
The Gift 2021. Huge.
just saying it's not like a high budget event or something. So
Mhm.
the production quality is really good for what it is.
This
And you love to
curator
see.
is not going well for Luke.
I wasn't even paying attention, to be honest. Yeah, getting to the highway, being one hit off, you don't exactly love to see that.
Yeah, it's especially hard to catch up on the highway. Ooh. Gonna restart. I don't agree.
I mean,
Well, it depends on how confident you are in getting the backup again.
yeah, I mean, considering it was one hit off, if it was like, I don't know, halfway with damage or something, I would get it, but I mean, yeah, if he's confident getting the backup, then fair enough, I guess.
Let's see.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
Neon
know,
got the 3 boxes in one hit. Let's go.
you know that was possible. Yeah, I was wondering, like,
Let's go, Luke. Decision was good to restart.
nice.
For cutscene skip, gets it.
Yeah, I mean, people that are good can get the triple ground.
Wait, does Neok almost have 480 coins already? That's funny.
Yeah, he has a 478.
Gets
Nice,
part.
getting the cutscene skip.
Oh, almost
And
just Simpsons house.
to answer Ketchup, I mean, technically, he could get the neighbors and Krusty Burger, and you'd be fine without Krusty Lou, but it helped getting it. It's why not, when there were 3 boxes and a vending machine. And he got the 3 boxes in one ground pound.
I'm pretty sure it's fine. Neon just drives to Krusty Burger and just only grabs the box.
One
That's
level.
probably-
Yeah, that's true. They are literally in the first mission of different levels at the moment. So really huge gap at the moment. Oh, guess. Wait, who was it? yeah, I guess Green is not gonna need to be eating a shoot today, because I don't think Neonic's gonna get like a 9-minute homer or 2 or 8 almost.
Yeah, maybe another day Green will eat a shoe.
Yeah, one
That's
day
only
we can only hope.
Luke turning way too tight.
And it's gonna be pretty close with the timer.
Okay, Neonic buying the zombie card. Let's see Neonic go for the 7-2 yeet. I want to see this.
Wait, okay, Luke didn't really help himself there. He was getting the crusty glass for coins, but
Bounce. Yeah,
yeah,
that's really bad.
I mean, should have probably finished the mission and then collected coins. Like, he could get the vending machine and maybe like hit a few things. It should be fine.
Uh, yeah.
It's raining, please. I mean, just gotta hold on a bit longer. Well, Neonic's almost at the end. Looks a little further from the end, but not that much left. Hopefully, Ticker's internet can survive for a bit
So
at least. And Neonic's going for the ED apparently.
I'm so
Pause.
excited. Oh,
And he got it.
that's not enough of a either.
Unfortunately.
Fair attempt.
Yeah,
I think use of that though. Like an
I don't know
e-breaker.
like anything about that strat, but seemed like a good attempt.
Oh no, Luke missing that 15th and having the reverse. This is not good.
Yeah, like props to Luke for continuing, to be honest, because he's not having a great time from the gameplay. Missed 7 to hand the win to Luke. Yeah, we should just
Okay,
put Luke as the winner at this point.
let's see Neonic attempt 7-3.
I don't
That's
think that's
off
gonna
the
work.
ground. No, just think. That's not on the ground, but I don't think you can climb up like that.
Wait, but
Maybe on low FPS.
seems like he's going up a bit,
That's
so
a good thing to get up the cage. Nope, no, it's not. I feel like it's possible if you like reverse at the perfect time, but then again, I think that's literally just low FPS being low FPS. I have no idea how it works on high
yeah,
FPS.
like I
Much
think
harder.
this
Looks
this
much harder.
strat is actually harder the more FPS you have.
Yep.
I actually thought it was the other way around, considering you need to like bounce and all, because that's usually easier on higher FPS.
Well, Neon gets it, and it's out of bounds.
Yeah, but he seems to be losing quite a bit of time, according to the timer.
Let's go, Luke grinding this Ven. Oh,
Getting that's like the third or so time he got the animation instead of a warp.
oh. Kicking
Yeah.
twice and then still missing the animation. I do know Neonic said before that Neonic will be jamming the music, so not getting the suck audio cue to kick.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, sometimes I just spam kicking there because I'm not sure when. Like, I know the cue, but sometimes when I don't want to miss it, I just spam it. Wasn't really paying attention. Not sure if that's what Neonic did.
Oh no! Oh no!
Whoa, okay.
Car! No!
Looks really having a rough time.
Yeah, this is not going well.
I mean, he gets another grind on the end. That's like something, I guess.
That is something, yeah.
Yeah, he definitely did that just to get a little bit more coins.
If Luke would have jumped on the Krusty's limo,
If he rode the,
that
I
would have
mean,
been.
would you even like? Wouldn't you fall off at like the stair jump or something?
Well, let's pretend that didn't happen. That'd be so awesome.
Cause like, yeah, I think, I don't know. He probably wouldn't be able to ride it all the way to the finish, considering there are some big jumps and stuff where he probably wouldn't hold on. But I'm not entirely sure how it works. Because I know you can hold on when doing 7-6 eat on the car with higher FPS compared to lower, where you get like pushed off. So maybe he would.
And also, Luke did
Okay.
not get kissed to death there. Just
And Neonic has the cursor right in the middle of his screen. That's totally not triggering me or anything.
It's a crosshair. So you know the middle for whatever reason.
Yeah, because Simpsons Hit and Run is actually an FPS game
Definitely.
where you shoot stuff and whatnot.
I do like how it's in the center, though. That's satisfying. Is it like
screen?
center? Hold
Yeah,
up, I need to get my ruler.
Restreamer, please fix it.
I don't think that's fixable.
Just connect to Neonic's computer and move the mouse away. SMH.
That looks pretty centered to me. I didn't find my ruler, but satisfying.
I mean, it would be more satisfying if it wasn't there at all, but, you know, I mean, guess we all have our preferences.
Okay,
Seems
so
like-
before this race, Neonk said, I got 760 like 20-something times in a row. It would be embarrassing if I miss it in 7-6 in the race. Let's see how free this strat is.
Let's see if he hopefully didn't jinx. I hate you.
Oh, it's not on stream. What's the point?
Even the transparent background, like, Also, Ketchup apparently can't decide if he's rooting for Spooky Bob or Spooky Greg with his
Luke also just
donuts.
got again. And
And that's
yeah, it's it. Let's go.
fine and nice. Luke failed. Wait,
Mission, lab coat caper. Yeah, my cat's here. Just barged in during my commentary.
seems like every speedrunner apparently has a cat at the moment.
That's another fail. Bounce backwards and spawn looking backwards.
The final mission for Neonic.
And Neon can no longer PB.
Yeah,
Official.
how surprising is that? Because it seemed as such a perfect run.
I can't believe this didn't sell 130.
Wait, what? Is Neonic?
What? Oh yeah, Neon doesn't understand the reset. So just doesn't reset.
I had no idea you can do that, to be honest.
It's not
I mean,
even that
the
hard
re-
to understand.
I mean, like you literally drive into the hill that's like there, turn left and reset. It's pretty basic, but yeah, I had no idea you can do it that way. I was
The
wondering what's he doing.
Nyang messed it up once and will refuse to. Well, I don't know, but he's like, no, I just do it like this now because I messed up the respawn once.
I was thinking if he's like going to do the, the one where you kick Grandpa and get the barrel from cops. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I managed to reset wrong a few times as well, but it's not that hard to get. I mean, he literally got the eat, which is a much harder strat, and he refuses to do that reset. Oh.
And Nyang needs to collect the waste. This might crash the game.
Yeah, he should probably restart the
Gonna crash the
game.
game, right? Yeah.
I
Here we
think, yeah, after escaping the car, it can crash the mission.
go. Uh-oh.
The game.
Getting hair run too. Okay, here's the replay. Yeah, there's a possible game crash after activating the car.
Yeah, not sure by the way. But like,
Runs into the tree right.
looks like. Yeah, just a heads up. It seems like when the replay starts, it switches to the replay scene, then back to the normal one, and then back to the replay again. Not sure if that's
Luckily,
intended or.
able to get the way, so it's gonna restart anyways.
Yeah, it's gonna be forced to restart.
Yeah. Time for some inbound 7-7 action. Let's go. I love inbound 7-7. Big fan.
Yeah.
Luke can catch up if Nyang just keeps blowing the waste up for quite some time. It is not out.
Would have to blow the waste up a lot of times now for Luke to catch up, but
Very nice. Boom. Duff truck in that corner.
Luke
Epic.
has failed every mission in Bar 2 so far. Didn't even realize that, to be honest. Okay, Neonic getting the waste for the second time and blowing it up right away.
Let's go. Luke on to FMJ.
Yeah,
Kicking.
I think kicking Skinner again.
Just slowly going down the hill. Oh no. This is so.
Whoa. But yeah, like Neonic getting that bump there reminded me that I think there's like a strat that's only used in ILs, I think, but you can get on like 2 wheels and drive up the wall. I think I saw someone do that in an IL.
Mm-hmm. I think that was just IMO Man, where you hit the edge of the door with the World War II rocket ship.
Yeah, you can like get on 2 wheels and drive up the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's also like the Forhando, the pretty new strat where you drive up the silo and get the card. So like the World War II Jeep can drive up a lot of things apparently.
Mm-hmm. And Neon's in the beam. GG. A 137. 21. Unpausing the cutscene skip.
unpaused CSS.
No way, Luke trying to kick Skinner, but Skinner is invincible. Just kidding.
I mean, he literally blew up in a car and he's still fine, so you might not be too far with that theory.
Yeah. I mean, doesn't Grandpa blow up in the UFO and take the UFO out? And just Grandpa just dives out and probably stands up.
Yeah, like nothing happened. Just returns to the retirement castle and lives there happily ever after.
We all know we play Simpsons in a run for how realistic it is. Come on.
Yeah, obviously. Grind, that was...
Cap.
I mean, I don't know. Well, what's Neonix PB?
131.41? 4 something.
Well, yeah, like in that case, I think I can like imagine him calling it embarrassing, but like for someone like me, it would be a decent run to be honest, like a minute or something behind PB for me. But yeah, I guess for his level, it's like not the best of runs, but I mean he won the race, so that's like mostly what it's about at the moment.
7 seconds to get these last 3 drops. Should be fine. Yeah, very nice.
BRB to VC in a few hours.
Trolling.
Bonus game. Pog. You're gonna see some home run grind from Neonic. Because he's been grinding the track a lot recently. Trying to get the VR, I'm fairly sure. So...
Wow, those are 3 fast cars. A hearse, a rocket car, and a bandit.
Yeah, but... I mean, who knows? We might just see the VR right here on Speed Simpsons. Stay tuned to find out. I got the VR 2 weeks ago. Why would you play it then? I mean, just get the VR and dip, as they say. Yeah, I forgot he actually got it. Just play a different track, lol. Homer 2, for example, the best bonus game track.
Oh. So 383 coin. Even with the beach spot.
Wait. Well, that's not great. Got. Whoa. Okay, that's not great for a look. Cars already got out. This is gonna be close.
Oh, Luke gets a turnaround though. That actually really helped.
It's still gonna be. Oh no! Whoa. Okay.
There's a way to get it right where you just have to hug the chase sedan, and the chase sedan pushes you. I did it once.
Yeah.
Long time. There's a way to play that right. It's so funny. Because the chase sedan just slowly drags you to the end.
I mean, like, I don't know, I've seen it very, like, pushes you from behind, but no.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was something.
This is a much better start for Luke.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't get...
Yep. Straight through that little alleyway to try. Oh no! That's gonna respawn! Oh no! Oh, it's gonna be tight again. Gosh darn it. Oh no.
Luke not having a great time.
You got it. Out of the way, wannabe. I didn't do it. It's time for some road rage. Bart Simpson style. Careful, I bruised easily. Woohoo! Eat asshole eaters. Oh, now come on.
Oh, that's a traffic car. Well, going down the beach route because that's kind of where the car landed. Oh,
Aw, loser.
Oh, my neck! Hey, what's up with that?
Okay, just opting to go around.
a little bit of a lead. One hit from hand run, but what? Interesting. Turning right there for cutscene skip. Gets it on to Homer 2.
Maybe he was trying to hit something to get hit and run for the lows. Like, possibly.
Why? Why is there not a bonus game track of just a straight line and it teleports you to the other end every time?
Yeah, would be the best track,
Everyone
to be
have
honest.
the time world record.
I lost my... Yeah, just checked it. I mean, not sure if I think I might have said it on the Discord, but grats for the VR. You know, you grinded it a lot, Ionic. Anyway, Luke in Homer 2. I mean, hopefully he can do it under 16 minutes. Not sure what strats he does.
Playing on 60 FPS, so I would assume 7.6 bridge clip for sure.
Yeah.
And then going for 7.3 to continue out through 7.4, 7.5. Going for bridge clip a little bit too early. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought of that too, because it literally seemed like he's lining up for bridge clip in 7-1.
And that's a car blow up, but 12 seconds. Yeah. That's...
Oh, it doesn't actually. I was expecting it to fail after he blew up the car.
Nope,
Apparently
not,
this mission doesn't do that.
not a forced car mission. I would know from the randomizer tournament. Oh. We're seeing all doorbells from Neonic. Oh. That's a witch broom. Everyone say hi to the witch broom. And
Taking
then
the witch for a ride.
witches on the side of the road. Just driving into all the witches.
Saying hi to the witch.
Uh-oh, hit and run. And that's a hearse in your face. Gonna need another, what, 27 coins?
Did he already... I think he got Krusty Burger, right?
Yeah, and the Ven there.
I think maybe Neighbors if he didn't get that already. Or like... I mean, he's... Maybe... I don't know. Technically he could hit phone booths and stuff, but...
Yeah, with the gas station vent on top. Should be fine. And to get the wrench here. Why are you avoiding the wrench, Luke?
Yeah, it's like...
Not play.
Not the time to avoid the range, but...
Okay, 8 more coins, easy. So, phone booth, and just gonna get this crusty glass of 5. Oh, that was clutch.
I mean, he could have just went for the phone booth and hit a few things along the way. Would have been faster, I think, but
Sorry.
where?
I don't know, just avoiding hit and run maybe.
Yeah, overcoined by a coin, by the way. Run's dead.
Run's dead.
Hey, you there! Let's do this thing!
Will we see a little bit of 7-2 bridge clip? Probably not, but I would be very pleased at an attempt. I would be extremely pleased. Luke got it. Nailed it. Boom. Oh,
Wait, does he have wonky driving again, or doesn't
can't
really seem like it? But he seemed to be moving his car left and right, as if he was showing us, look, I got the wonky driving.
uh-oh. Car's gonna be...
Well,
Hamron is a little bit high too. Don't want to hit any more things. Ran into a pedestrian right there. Hand run through this is nice. Avoided the hearse through the trailer park. That trailer park is narrow when you have hand run, especially. The car might blow up here. Nope. It was not quite one hit.
whoa, okay, that was some serious dedication there with the emotion and everything.
I'm pretty sure even if it blew up there, if Luke just had to run up a little bit, it would have worked. Okay, lining up for 7-3 out of bounds.
Yeah, seems like Luke really hates the ranges in this game.
That is an interesting camera angle. Not quite getting in the bounds.
Yeah, I think he has like one attempt before he's... Yeah.
That's a bounce. That looks good. Just have to get up on that cage.
Yeah,
Just
hopefully doesn't get screwed by it.
look at that speed.
There we go, should be fine now. Or should it?
Might take a little bit, but getting over the edge can be a struggle, but slow. Off to the side, too. Camera's not hoping to see the progression. There you go. And so this is going to take a while to flatten, and there you go.
Nice. Can you like you can't reverse like back onto the parking lot, or can you?
No.
Because
I
I was
think
wondering like when I was going that far to the left, like if I'm going to reverse onto the parking lot, but not sure if, because I know there's like part of the wall that you can go through in the console versions, but I'm not sure how it works on PC.
I'm a little confused what you're saying. Like, what area?
Well, he was reversing like basically near the exit of the power plant. So like was wondering if he could accidentally reverse like through the wall and back into the parking lot, because that would suck.
I don't think so.
Yeah, because like I think the wall probably has collision there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, what did you get in the outdoor bells, Neonic, if you were timing it? In the meantime.
Not sure about that park, but should be fine. I'm not one to speak on that park, as I've missed it countless times.
Yeah, I've kind of like got used to doing it myself, but can't really judge it just by seeing others do it.
Yeah.
Because when you do it yourself, you like feel that you got it, but it can be hard to tell sometimes when just seeing it.
Every time I park, I'm like, I don't know. If it works, it works. Probably not the
Yeah.
best at.
There's also like you can check after getting through, but it can screw it because
Yeah, I heard that is to do.
it doesn't really screw it for me on PC, but it does on PS2. Because like I was wondering why it wasn't working on PS2, then I realized it's because I was checking it, which made it so I couldn't get it on the next mission.
Huh?
So
Sure, on low FPS, it just pushes slowly, and climbing the building is practically timed. The faster you do it, the more likely you are to get the park. But that's just my theory. Grabbing the ghost boat.
yeah, uh, it's gonna be interesting. I literally don't go for anything else other than Spooky Greg or the Witch Broom, if there's like literally nothing better to get. But even then, I try to get the Greg.
Oh, there's the ghost boat. Let's go.
Nice.
Be careful here. Yeah. I've seen people bonk their head on the bottom of the ghost boat before. Or was it a hearse? Either way,
Wait.
it's still possible.
If you like, if you touch it, it falls down, or what do you mean?
Bottom of it, I believe I've seen.
Ah,
I don't know how I've seen that.
yeah,
I just seeing that.
I think like no, I I don't jump onto the cars there because I used to do it and I choked one too many runs on it. Was trying to jump on top and fell into the abyss.
Wait, is Luke the one that does resets on 60? I remember there's someone that did resets on 60 because they preferred it, and then just pushed their backups. I
Doesn't
forgot.
seem
what-
like it. Bruce does, I'm pretty sure.
Ah,
Nah, seems like Luke's going for bridge cable right away.
let's go. First
He gets
try.
it. Pog. Yeah, Neonic, you didn't answer my question. I was asking what you get in the outdoor bells you were doing, if you were timing it. It's a really important thing everyone wants to know.
Definitely. We're all wondering.
I got a
556?
556. Nice. I don't even remember. Let me check what I did like twice or something. So
545. I don't know why I remember this, but I'm pretty sure.
Simpsons category extensions, I think. Yeah, I have 551 apparently.
Oh, too.
PB
I thought-
is yeah. Might have to improve that at some point, but gotta do Homer 2 bonus game. Yeah, good luck with that. That track sucks. You're the only thing between me and a board sweep. I mean, I would like, I mean, I would love to keep my first place, but I mean, technically the comp is better anyway, so it's not like an official VR. Probably not gonna be that sad if you beat it, but you could still, you know, not do it. Please.
Please. And that's
Oh,
what On the side.
Luke hitting the billboard there. Fortunately, it should be fine because he didn't reach the alien car yet.
Yeah, also Neonic, if you activate the alien, is it up? Luke runs is offline. There was probably a delay, and Luke probably finished the run. Is what I'm assuming.
Wait. Really?
Yeah. GG question mark? Probably a GG.
Yeah, I guess. GG question mark.
GG question mark, let's go. Nah, the stream just
ended.
weird.
But it didn't seem like he quit. He was driving and suddenly it ended, so might have crashed. Like the stream, I mean. Don't know. Power might have gone out. Yeah. Yeah, because it was really sudden. Anyway, we gonna get Neonic in the voice at least.
Yeah, on server definite, on server mute. Oh my goodness! Imagine your power cutting out during 7-7. Oh my goodness!
Wait, the times seem a little wrong. What? Luke lost with a 129.33.
A lot.
Big thing.
Oh.
Yeah. Yo, Neonic.
A lot.
So yeah,
I agree with
congrats.
your sentiment. Homer 2 fucking sucks. You can keep your first place.
Thanks.
This wouldn't be the first time I've tried either. I've sat there for like 2 hours and could not get past like the first lap without getting fucking smacked into the wall.
Yeah, this track's bad.
It's garbage. But I do really want my 7 or with my name.
Anyway, any thoughts on the run you just had?
It was fucking garbage from beginning to end. About nothing was, except the FMJ. I liked the FMJ and the Duff Truck, but the rest was garbage. My Homer 1 was atrocious, my cutscene skip was atrocious, everything in Lisa was pretty mid, my Marge was atrocious, my Apu was pretty bad. But, wait, Bart 2 was actually decent, and then Homer 2 was fucking garbage as well, so what can I say? It fucking sucked.
Oh,
yeah,
I mean,
6 minutes red.
I mean, you had a fair attempt at 7 to 8. Didn't get it, unfortunately, but
It's fucking garbage. I was hitting it half the time in practice, so. Not getting it was kind of sad, not gonna lie.
Well, yeah, I mean, you won the race, so
I'll get it versus
that at
Cliff
least.
though, Copium. I'll just do it next racing seasons.
I know you. This is the final next. You're in the final, right?
Yeah, I know.
And
Wait,
your version.
next one's the final.
The next one's the final.
Oh, okay. You know
I'm
that.
taking on either Larrikin or Cliff, depending on who wins that semi-final.
Mhm.
Sorry, no, I'm beating Larrikin or Cliff, whoever wins that final. That semi-final.
Ooh, that's
May as well just change my name to Pet Bracket Winner on Discord already.
Oh,
that's
go ahead and do that.
I mean, the PB gap between me and Cliff is like 5 minutes.
That doesn't
And
matter.
This garbage ass run would have still bopped him. Almost.
Whoa, okay. Yeah.
What? I messed up half the strats and still got a decent time. I would really have to choke. Or Cliff would just have a really good run.
Yeah, exactly.
But honestly, my last 2 races until midway through Homer 2 have both been 133 pace. Like, I missed cutscene skip and I was still on 133 pace.
Mm-hmm.
I was on 134, like mid 134 pace without getting it. Like, but before I got hit, so.
Just try to not jinx yourself, I guess.
Hopefully not.
The confidence is there.
And then I just got to convince Quimby to win the main tournament, unleash his true potential with his 123, and Oz wins every bracket, easy. We need the Australian sweep of this tourney.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that hurt
Good
more than it
response.
had any business hurting.
I just said okay. I'm agreeing with it. What do you mean?
It
It
was like,
hurts.
a reply like, okay.
Hey,
We're all just having a fun time here. We love.
brutal.
Yeah. Well, anything else? Anyone?
Um,
I mean, Luke's not here, so don't think we are gonna get him for an interview.
I have the prediction so I can make my 1.05 return ratio. Let's go.
Wait, did you seriously put donuts on yourself?
I went all in on myself.
SMH.
I
I mean, I put
36k and I got 37k back.
Yeah, I put like 5 point something K on you.
So what, you made
Yeah.
like 200 overall, if that?
Yeah, something like that.
There weren't enough Luke believers for us to just take the money off.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really put donuts on anyone when I do races, cause rather won't put them on myself, cause don't wanna jinx myself.
I mean, it
it's
was
very hard.
literally free.
Yeah,
Luke could
fair.
have max PB and I still would have won by over a minute. Like 2 minutes. Which means he would have had a big PB just to beat me this run, and this run was fucking garbage. It was horrible. It was
Well-
decent. If I didn't blow up the waist, it would have been like a mid 35, which is not that bad.
Yeah.
It's still
Yeah,
pretty bad.
I mean, well, at least you failed the mission before crashing the game.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't have really mattered, but what can you do?
Yeah.
It wouldn't matter at all, would it? Because I'd just have to load up the game again with unlock all missions, and I'd still have to start from the beginning of the mission. In game time, that'd lose me almost like, what, 5 seconds, if that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we vibed.
Well, GG. Thank you,
Yeah.
Ticker, for streaming. Thank you, Mikey, for co-commentating with me. And the next race is gonna be at 9 p.m. BST. Critch versus Duckbob.
Good
The
luck
main
to them. And yeah, GG.
GG.
GG Luke, if he's watching.
Yeah. And
I doubt it, considering
See
the very sudden
the-
vanishing.
next race, I guess.
We will
Yeah.
indeed.
Bye-bye.
Do we know when next pet bracket race is happening?
No, not scheduled.
Unlucky.
Wait, why?